Hey, this is Math Minutes Pro with Dr. Harrison. Today we will talk about how to solve this percent problem that I have right here on the board. It says, what percent of 392 is 98? All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this question, we're going to translate it into a proportion, and we're going to use a strategy. And the strategy that we're going to use is referred to as the cross product. Do not confuse this with cross cancel. Cross cancel has nothing to do with what we're going to do today. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's first talk about what a proportion is. Okay? So a proportion is a certain type of equation. And in particular, it's where you have two equivalent fractions, okay, that are equal to each other. Two fractions or ratios. In this case, a proportion means that you have a part over a whole equal to a part over a whole. Excellent. So we're going to translate again. We're going to take this question, turn it and set it up as a proportion, and then use the cross product to solve it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this question part by part and set it up as a proportion. So we start with this, what percent? We're going to represent what percent as x over 100. What percent? Okay. Now it says of 392. So if it's of 392, that means 392 is the whole, okay? Is always means equal. And what's left in the question? 98. So we put that in the numerator. Let's look at that again. What percent, that's x over 100, of 392. So 392 is right here in the denominator. That's the whole. Is the equal sign, and 98 goes in the numerator. Now let's prepare to use the cross product right here. So we're going to draw a line from here to here. That implies that we're going to multiply. So that line from here to here means 392 times x. Very good. Now we draw another line from here. There's that cross. That's why we call it cross product. There's a cross and we're multiplying. That's what it means for product. So we bring down the equal sign, 100 times 98. Excellent. So we're doing pretty good so far. All right. Now I'm going to bring down this 392 times x. Bring down the equal sign. 100 times 98 is going to give us 9800. Very good. Now, we need to isolate this variable x. We have a coefficient of 392. Remember, the coefficient is the number in front of the variable. The opposite of multiplying 392 times x is to divide, all right, x by 392. So the opposite of multiplying by x is to divide. So I'm going to write this again. 392 times x equals 9,800. We're going to divide this side by 392. Divide whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. That's called balancing the equation. Any number divided by itself is equal to 1. Bring down x equals 300, and we have 9,800 divided by 392. We get 25. Now let's go back to the question. It said what percent? X equals 25. So we said it's 25%. So in other words, what percent of 392 is 98? 25% of 392 is 98. Always circle your final answer, all right? A lot of your teachers or professors may want you to do that to make sure that you know what your final answer is. So, remember, complete definitions of all these terms are included in the description below. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my Patreon page in my video description below. On my Patreon page, you can get access to exclusive math lessons, study tips, live Q&A, and more. See you next time.